Welcome my lovelies to another mind map video. We're going to be looking at an asana, a restorative asana today, where we're going to put our legs up the wall, commonly known as Viparita, karani, and it's a wonderful grounding, restorative, calming pose. I do this at the end of a very busy day. I absolutely love it, and for some of my clients, they actually start their day, the ones that have a little anxiety, they start their day with this pose, just keeping the pose for maybe around about a couple of minutes. But I would like to introduce this as one that's great before sleep. So if you're going to do this, if you're looking at improving the quality of your sleep, then before you start the practice with me, if you're using it in the evening, make sure you got all your chores done, make sure you're in comfortable clothing, make sure you haven't got to put the dog out, or I would even clean your teeth before you start. So that once you've done this restorative pose, you're then ready to climb in between the duvet and have a restful night's sleep. But if you're not using it to improve your sleep, you don't have to worry about those extra little bits, but what you do need is either a blanket or a cushion, because you're going to need this to put this under your pelvis, under your bottom, so that you're comfortable. So I have mine ready up against the wall, and I'm now going to maneuver my little butt, or not so little butt, onto the cushion. You might find other Sanskrit words sometimes for asanas, but Viparita karani is the one that I tend to use with my clients. So calming back down on to your back, you've now got to manoeuvre your legs up the wall. So make a little adjustment, and then the wall's here, take your leg up, and then maybe with your hand you might need to manoeuvre yourself round until you're up against the wall. Now you might need to shuffle a little closer to the wall. And then when you're ready, take your arms out to the side, palms uppermost. Your legs are straight, coming straight up, but actually they're reasonably close together in this pose. And you can look, you see your gaze will be at the top of your toes. If you're doing this for a nighttime practice, then you might like to light the candles and close your eyes down. So let's take some time to get into the pose. You need to make sure that your shoulders are away from your ears, that you're relaxing your arms down into the ground, that they're very heavy and rooted. Now let's come to the breath, a regular breath in and out. And if you can, slowing down just a little the exhalations as you relax your eyes, relaxing the jaw and the lips. Make sure your tongue is not touching the top of the roof of your mouth, just relax the tongue. Take that relaxation through your shoulders, your upper arms, your hands, and don't forget your fingers. Lovely, warm, restorative, nourishing breath as you inhale and exhale gently in this pose. You might want to imagine your inhalations going towards your hips and your lower back, making sure that your belly button and your spine is dropping and relaxing towards the earth. Release any tension in your hips. If you find it a little uncomfortable in your hips, you might want to take your legs a little further apart. And for some, this is much more restorative. The blood flow now, of course. Your feet are not used to this. Normally everything's going down to the feet, and it's hard work to get it back up the legs. But now the blood is flowing down through your calves and your knees, your thigh. It's restoring, it's regenerative. And let's stay in this pose a little longer. Now feel free to continue the pose for a little longer if you wish. Once you've learned how to do this, then I would encourage you to practice this restorative. It's so nourishing, so rooting, so relaxing and grounding. As we come out of the pose, if you have your eyes closed, then open your eyes, take your gaze to your toes. Now we're going to come off of the wall, so be careful when you come off of the wall that you don't twist unnecessarily. You've been in this position for a while, so maybe take your legs a little further apart, just give them a little wiggle. And then you will need to bend the legs slightly as you turn and you come to the side. And that's a lovely way to come down from the wall. And then you can use your hand to help yourself come back up and get on with your sleeping or your relaxing, or maybe just joining me back here on the mat. Never underestimate the value of any yoga practice. It's really proven that just even 5 minutes of a yoga practice can be really helpful for your mental and emotional well-being. It's all got to do with your parasympathetic nervous system and moving the blood and flow around your body and your psoas, and it's nourishing. So please do continue to practice whenever you can, and I hope to see you back on the mat.